Cossetti! Yield! Yield! Surrender to us, and I'll listen to you what you have to say. You're not the only one fighting for the neutral rim. Begone, demon! Asaga, stop! She's helpless now. Oh, what am I doing? What the hell happened to the Havoc? It's completely wrecked. That was all you're doing, you dumbass. The area is secured. What are the orders, Captain? Secure both the Havoc and the Cadius unit. Prepare the hangar for 2 prisoners. Copy that. God, what was happening to Asaga? It's like she was possessed by some kind of evil, well, not evil, but, you know, justice kind of spirit. My Venezia, our ships have performed an orderly retreat. What shall we do with the Paradox Core? Oh, I thought it was him, never mind. Even in its disarmed state, we cannot allow the Alliance to imperialize the seas or control of the core. No doubt that they will seek to create cores of their own, if this means we're made available to them. Have your men made their preparations? Yes, sir. We have rigged explosives throughout the core and detonate as ordered. Our ships have now retreated safely away from the perimeter. Good. Send a signal. The galaxy has no need for a weapon of devastation. Understood. Detonate the explosives. What's wrong? The explosives are not responding to the signal. You're being jammed. By who? The prototype should have been destroyed. I'm reading hyperbrain waves. A prototype still lives. The source emanates from the Sunrider. Tech. That ship again. He has interfered with our plans once more. It seems our destinies are intertwined. Shields, what have you done? What has he done? The Sunrider Liberation Day! Oh, it's so beautiful. That's a bit much, Joel. I have to admit what Alex said was true. I do admit it does look... Oh, jeez. Hello there. Ikari? This is a nice sight. Very nice sight. Cold water splashed against Ikari, soaking away the tension from the battle. The shower after victory was exactly what she needed. She couldn't help but sigh in relief. The door slid open and another person entered the shower room. Permission to enter. Well, I guess it's fine. We're both girls. Hehehe. Nothing beats a shower after the rush of combat. We sure gave the Reds a good whooping this time, did we not? I suppose. Despite everything, we managed to keep the Sunrider into one piece, mostly. So whatever, soldier boy. Here's the soap. Chrysler grabbed the soap bar from Ikari's hand. With this victory, the road to Syria lies completely open. Looks like Pact was merely overconfident, challenging the domains of the Alliance. I bet they'll be suing for peace in no time at all. Once everyone sits down to talk, I'm sure this war will be over. Seriously? It's not too soon to get confident like that. Well, I guess you did do well out there, though. So, why do I feel like those two are going to like each other a bit much? Like, I can see those two becoming a couple the way this is going. Thanks. Nothing even wrong with that. I actually think that's not. I actually think that's okay. You know. Eh. You are not as bad as I thought either, mercenary. I am proud to be your comrade in arms. Kreischer took Akari's hand and shook it over vigorously. I think this is good that they're making the images actually move a little bit now. Once this war is over, let's just share a round of drinks together on Solaris. Comrade? Seriously? You better prepare yourself. I'm not gonna be out drank by a chair boy like you. Here, they call me the Stonewall for more than one reason. I hope your fortitude lasts longer than your rider's armor. Well, what? You? That was an interesting scene. I liked it. Shields observed the entity he had known earlier as Vanessa Arcadius. Up close, he saw that she was but a small female, hardly intimidating behind a force field and plexiglass. So what is this thing? I performed a priority medical check. For all intents and purposes, she appears to be human. However, a deeper analysis reveals substantial artificial engineering done to her genetic code. The closets anatomy might be that she is Chigara's sister. Completely created. Sorry, guys. You never told me you had a sister, Chigara? No. This is the first time I've seen an artificial human, much less a sister. Any ideas about her origins? I'm sorry. Well then, looks like the only thing left is to ask her personally. Shields approached the cell and pressed the intercom. But honestly, I thought it was a guy when I saw it on the other one, on the first game. I'm Captain Shields. Welcome aboard the Sunrider. What do you want? You're now a prisoner of war under Article 7 of the Syria Military Code. We will treat you fairly and respect your basic human rights to extent required under the code. Now, do you have a name, prisoner? Prototype L7NN. That's hardly a name. Why don't I just call you Line? What's that? Lin or Line? I don't know. I don't know how to say that word. That's a part of Chigara's name. Are you related to her? Of course we are all sisters. Together we have the Legion, but the others are silent now. The ones nearby are all dead, but there are more of us. There will always be more. From what we've seen before, the prototypes seem capable of communicating with each other. Could it possibly telepathically? But such powers cross into the realm of fantasy. Then could lost technology be involved? So you can't hear your sisters now? That's what I said. You've been cut off. You must be scared. Is it the first time that you've been disconnected? If Chigara's one of your kind, why can't you hear her thoughts? Certainly no words. Huh? The prototype must depend on their hive mind to function. Without it, they're individually weak. Shields left the intercom. Claude and Chigara peered at him curiously. Well? We'll watch it for a while. For now. I don't think she'll pull anything, but be careful just in case. As long as we don't run into another prototype, I don't think she has much power. She just looks like a small girl now. It's a little embarrassing. We're all intimidated by Arcadius when he was just a little girl all along. Anyways, see if she starts talking again. Figure out what we can learn from her. Understood, Captain? Okay, I'll try to help too. Oh, and speaking of little... Okay, that's a good... that was a good one there. Yeah, that's a good one. Oh, that's funny. In the other cell, Cassetti pressed her face against the pixelated glass and snorted, fogging it up. I gotta say, I want to use that for my thumbnail now. Our pirate friend seems to have acclimated well to the brig. Shields pressed the intercom. You bastard! What did you call me? He cut her off. Shields shook his head and frowned. Make sure she doesn't hurt herself. Cord chopped her hand on her forehead. Sir! Okay. This is interesting now. I was just looking at this earlier. It seems your research money is now is also separate from your store money, which means you don't have to worry about choosing money between both. You can just like I'll show you now. Like, let's go on to the store first. Like, we got this, right? Now these are funds, but if you go into the upgrades, you have different funds altogether. So honestly, I think that is pretty interesting. The fact they did that, I think it's good because it saves us money, and it means you don't have to worry about choosing anymore now. Unfortunately, it looks like I have to buy some of the stuff back by the looks of it. So I definitely want us to have our Alliance cruisers. And we might as well have Union frigates, because now I have separate money. I don't mind buying them now, because they can always be bought again, because it's so cheap. I want my shield back, definitely. Okay, so let's just go start from the bottom. So why we got the captain's introduction thing, I think it's to get you some kind of club or something, if I remember correctly. Because I was looking at it earlier, this one, some tests. I was gonna save it, but it turned out that if you do it when you're during a scene, because you can do it during scenes, but if you do it, you can risk skipping parts when you go back, when you look at the back. Now let's go start upgrading everybody. Well, we definitely need the solar's energy back up, so let's upgrade that a little bit. Let's do it twice. That should hopefully let her move now when she shoots. Now let's get everyone over a certain amount. Let's get rid of the hundreds first. Okay, now we upgraded things. I only upgrade everything over like 100, so everyone has over 100 at least of everything. And also hopefully so we can now finally move and shoot, which is good. So let's go see how everyone is. Let's go see how Chiara is. Shields gently cleared his throat, trying not to scare Chiara. Oh, Captain. You're troubled. Yes. About Lane and the rest of the prototypes. I was completely clueless. I had no idea they existed. Engineered siblings of myself. Could they have been created behind your back? I had always considered my childhood to be normal. Performing experiments with my parents, learning to continue their work. I'm sorry, Chiara, but nothing about that sounds like a normal childhood. They were happy days. I was an only child, and my parents gave me all their attention. Anyways, I never knew I had hundreds of sisters wandering around, or plotting to take over the galaxy. Chiara has no interest in the galactic overlordship. Just proprietorship of a small bakery is more than enough. Nobody is questioning your loyalty, Chiara. We would never have made it this far without your help. You would never betray us. Captain. No. You mustn't keep saying things like that. I think Chigara's going to bake a cake now. Oh, that's cute when she talks. Thank you, Captain. That made me feel a little bit better. Chigara backed away, smiling at Shields. Please see me later. I'm making something for you. Really? Yes, please look forward to it. Alright. Then I'll see you later, Captain. Oh, she's quite adorable, I gotta say. Asaga looked out the viewport into the distant stars. Her reflection floated in the abyss. I can't remember most of what happened in that battle. What came over me? Asaga. Who? Do not fear. I am but a part of you, which has been awakened by the strength of your will. Reflect on your feelings. You know I am the embodiment of your ideals. You don't actually exist. You're just inside my head. Yes. At least your powers have begun to generate. I can't say it. Soon you will be indomitable and unstoppable, instrument of justice to judge the sins of mankind. Your companions ignore you, for they cannot preserve the greatness of your destiny that awaits you. You are not in his sight, but she is. You are the Sheer, the one who will bring justice to the galaxy. Well, she shares her face with the evildoer. No! Chigara's my friend. She wouldn't. Already she squirmed into his heart. His trust shall be his undoing. You must defend this ship. You must defend him. No! I don't like these feelings. Go to me. Asaga turned around and came face to face with Sola. What? The vision vanished as quickly as it appeared. God, this is like... I don't know, this is like kind of like a Smeagol kind of thing, isn't it, guys? My precious. How long were you there? Hear the entire thing. No way! She's crying. Sola sat down on her bunk. You are troubled. You could say that. Well, yeah. I am inexperienced with matters of the heart, but the Rivian court was a place rife with dark emotions. Just lust, jealousy, paranoia. The faster in your heart consume you, until you can no longer be called a human, but a monster. Easy for you. You don't feel any emotion, Sola. Only would rather feel none at all than pain. No. I suppose that's true. I'm sorry. I have overstepped my position. I am no Sheer, merely a pale intimidation impressed into service. Sola! Then I returned to the abyss. Sola fell down and pulled her blanket over her. You! With great power comes corruption, arrogance, paranoia. Our appointed powers prove to be our undoing. Will history repeat itself? I think Sola can tell what's going on, but shouldn't Sola be talking to me about this because of this? I'm kind of concerned. Shields came face to face with Ava as she walked through the hallway. I love this quality. I do see what Alex means, though. It does look a little bit better, I gotta say. More detail. Oh. He awkwardly cleared his throat as she eyed him with disapproval. Ahem. Well... Already sensing an impending lecture, he tried to hightail it back to his office. She power walked, chasing him through the hallway. Captain, I'll be formally lodging a complaint in regards to the operation against the Legion. I'd say the operation turned out well enough. Despite expending considerable resources and lives in an attempt to exploit its weakness, you issued an order to ignore it when we had it in our sights. Because of your order, our allied forces sustained several losses which were entirely preventable. We're still, now Pact has been tipped off about the Legion's design flaw. According to the latest Alliance intel, the Alliance has been pulled back deep into Pact space for its design overhaul. No doubt Pact will now seal the only weakness in the Legion's design. The next time the Legion appears in battle, it'll be near invincible. We had but one opportunity to strike the Legion while Pact was unaware of the vulnerability, and that opportunity was squandered. All in all, the battle would have been catastrophic loss for the Alliance if it were not for Vanessa Fontana's fortuitous betrayal. Our victory has entirely situational, and we had not been so lucky, none of us would be alive right now. And finally, one last thing, Captain. You mean there's more? A overwhelming denounce your highly inappropriate remarks regarding your feelings towards me on the floor of the bridge. Shouting like a fool like that in front of the entire bridge crew? Unbelievable! Such an unbecoming conduct from the highest ranking Syrian officer on board this fleet. Shields cringed and turned around to face her. Will that be all, Commander? Yes, sir. Shields scratched his back of his head in frustration. I'm glad to see you're safe and sound, too, Ava. Is this not a joke, Captain? You could lose your commission for this. At the very least, to face an ugly sexual harassment suit. Sexual? Sigh. I wasn't going to send you to your death, Ava. Enough Syrian lives have been lost to that ship. And now many more. We'd be insane if we weren't emotional compressed after all what's happened. We'd probably be monsters. I'm sorry, you were right. I should never have sent the Sunrider into that battle. You never realize what you still have around you until you're about to lose it. Anyways, you can go ahead and file that complaint. But considering command was reduced to a smoking crater a while back, I doubt it's going to do any good. Yes, Captain. I'm very painfully aware of that fact. I was merely venting. Looks like you'll have to deal with me for a while longer than that. Shields forced a smile. At least you have luck on our side. The commander shook her hand as Shields walked away. Great, she totally hates me now. So much for getting closer. The thankfulness of some people when you want to keep them alive. Can't win, can we?